Was it the amino acids? Was it the carb supplement? Was it the ashwagandha? All of these companies are publicly coming out stating that you are lying. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Another episode talking about Ryan Garcia. This thing is going to go on until we really get an official ruling. The owner of the supplement company in which Ryan Garcia is claiming was tainted with Austrian went on Fox News to defend his company, to assure viewers that his product was not tainted. This was for the carb product, and I can only assume the other company, the amino acid company, is going to do the same. Ryan Garcia and his lawyers are really digging themselves into a hole. Now, for one, he has to be spending crazy money on these lawyers. I'm sure that these lawyers are milking him for everything that he has. He's a young guy. When you're 25 years old, you're still a young guy. He's not making wise decisions. He really isn't. From the ashwagandha to, first off, he was never taking supplements, to ashwagandha, to now these things. When you defame a company, no matter what company it is, obviously the bigger it is, the harder, the more they will come after you. But even a small company, like, think of the negative impact that the supplement company Ryan Garcia is referring to. Think of the negative impact in terms of money that they'll make, revenue, profit. Like, they are taking a huge hit. Their stock prices are probably dropping. Think about it. One of the biggest boxing stars in the world is saying that he took your supplement and that your supplement is tainted with illegal banned substances. Anybody who hears that news is no longer going to buy your supplement. They're going to spread the word. I mean, your sales are going to go through the floor. It's going to be terrible. So the owner went on Fox News to defend himself, and I can only assume that they would be filing a defamation, like a lawsuit. I don't know whether they're going to do a cease and desist, but Ryan Garcia is just looking bad for him, and he's just looking for any way out. And the story has never made sense from the beginning. He's never made sense from the beginning, and everybody's just defending him. And I don't get it. Nobody popped. Nobody made him pop. It wasn't a tainted supplement that made him pop. I think, and I've said this in previous videos, we can all have conspiracies, and that's okay, right? If you think he's clean or whatever, that's your opinion. We're grown men. We all have different opinion, and wise men would respect other people's opinions. You know, don't disrespect me. I won't disrespect you. I'm not going to hate you because of your opinion. That's a fair way to live, right? In my opinion, and I have no ill will towards Ryan Garcia. I'm not a fanboy of him. I'm not a hater of him. I'm neutral. You can see in the build up to the fight, him taking an IV. To me, that really changes the results of his test. His VADA test being clean. In my call it conspiracy. In my conspiracy mind, he was using it's not conspiracy. It's not conspiracy because you saw it, I saw it, we all saw it. It's on YouTube. It was during the build up to the fight. You saw him using the IV. So it's not a conspiracy, but I'm just calling it whatever. Allegedly, him using an IV can completely change the results of drug test, right? That's clear. That's nothing you can really argue. If you're taking an IV and you take a drug test the same day after, you can assume that the results of that drug test are not 100% accurate, right? Because the IV could flush your system out, dilute everything, whatever. Let's just say if you're using an IV, which you're not supposed to in New York, if you're using an IV, we can't trust your test results, right? So there goes the whole notion of he popped for a billionth of a nanogram or whatever stupid numbers people want to throw out. When people got to realize when you say one billionth of a gram, that You're gonna get that from, it just sounds ridiculous. Like that can't, whatever. You had an IV, you were popping, you were clean on all your results, so we can't trust that. But there goes the notion that you were not using prior to the fight, because his whole case is I was clean throughout the fight, throughout the build up to the fight, and I only popped for a billionth of a nanogram the day before and the day of. And obviously that came from a tainted weight loss supplements that I took to make weight. The story is, it's believable. It can make sense, right? But having that IV in your system changes everything, because now you can't say you were clean throughout the fight, throughout the buildup of a fight. Now we have to wonder, why were you taking an IV? Why were you trying to hide? Right? So that's why in my mind, it's like, you're no saint. You're not innocent. You're no saint. You try to play a saint once you're caught, but to me, this is the boy that cried wolf. Like you're pointing the finger at everybody else. You're saying it's a conspiracy against you. Victor Conte, Vada, they're all conspiring against you, blaming everybody, blaming the world. But the evidence that you are giving to prove your evidence to prove your innocence is turning out to be a lie. And that makes you look pretty guilty. I mean, in my book, it does. If I would say, if somebody's trying to prove their innocence and the evidence that they present to the judge that is supposed to clear them doesn't clear them, that makes you look pretty stupid and pretty guilty, right? Like, he sent the supplements. He's saying the supplements was tainted. Well, the owner of the company says that he specifically tested the lot number of the bottle that was given, in which it was an open bottle and it wasn't supposed to be. So the supplement that you are saying, this is what gave me Ostarine. This bottle right here, this gave me Ostarine. That you're telling the world, I got it. I found out why. Everybody relax. Okay, guys? That's what you're telling everybody. And then the owner of that company is like, no, you're straight up lying. You were lying. So what else can you believe other than he was cheating? How many lies have to come out? Was it the amino acids? Was it the carb supplement? Was it the ashwagandha? All of these companies are publicly coming out stating that you are lying. I don't, it blows my mind how people still believe them. I got a bridge to sell these people. I got a bridge to sell y'all. Jesus Christ. Catch hell in the next one.